Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Thursday morning. It is shortly after 7 o'clock and we will see plenty of sun once that sun comes up today. Wind's pretty light to start. They'll pick up out of the south, becoming a little on the breezy side at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Occasionally a few gusts closer to 20 miles per hour. It's going to be very warm later today, but notice a wind shift right here. These areas are going to be straight up hot today. Right in here, especially that westerly component to the wind. Now a surface trough will be right in here, and then here comes a cold front that's going to come through. They'll bring a few clouds tonight, not many though, and a wind shift as well, and that's going to help cool things off tomorrow out west, but it's still going to be very warm tomorrow all across the area. Plenty of sun for tomorrow, but notice a few additional clouds here. That is the remnants of Helene that's going to be spinning over the middle part of the country as we look towards Friday night and a Saturday morning. So a few extra clouds, no moisture though. That'll stay well off to our east here. This is what it looks like Saturday here. There's the low pressure center right there near just northeast of Paducah, Kentucky. And that's the remnants of Helene spinning. Now the winds won't be as nasty by the time they get up there, but there's still is going to be rain, and that rain could actually affect Lafayette, Indiana, which is right about there, for the Husker game, which kicks off noon Eastern time on Saturday. So that'll be interesting to watch, but we'll just see a couple of clouds over eastern Nebraska on Saturday. Well, highs for today, mid-upper 80s and 90s. Hot weather out west, 99 in Chadron, 98 in Scotts Bluff, 95 Valentine, Kimball, 92 in Ainsworth, 91 in Imperial, 90 in North Platte. Mid to upper 80s around the Tri-Cities and eastward, low and mid 80s out east. Going to be a hot one out there today. Tonight, we at least cool down at night with the less humid air in the fall season. We can cool off at night. Temperatures will fall back into the upper 40s and low to mid 50s. Everybody's still quite warm tomorrow, but western areas will not be so hot. We'll mostly be looking at low and mid and upper 80s for afternoon high temperatures on Friday. Friday night, back down into the upper 40s and low to mid 50s. You can see pretty uniform temperatures, consistent temperatures at night. And then looking ahead to Saturday, mid and upper 80s and lower 90s returning, and maybe even mid 90s there towards Chadron. So going to stay pretty toasty out there on Saturday. Looking at Saturday to our east, this is West Lafayette, Indiana. Kickoff is scheduled for 11 a.m. Central Time, but that's 12 p.m. Eastern Time over there in Indiana. And they will have a chance of rain during the game. And in fact, that rain chance gets a little better during the second half of the game. Winds northeast 5 to 15 miles per hour, and temperatures will be on the cool side. So we'll see if it's a little wet out there in Indiana for that game. And then after our weekend, or as our weekend starts to come to an end, Sunday's high still up into the 80s and 90s. And look at that, right back well into the 90s again in western and northwest Nebraska, 98 again in Chadron. So they've got plenty of heat to come for the weekend. Just a slight cool down tomorrow. We will see the warmth continue all the way through this weekend here. That includes the junk jaunt going on here in central Nebraska all weekend long. Quiet weather expected, no active weather for the weekend. Lows pretty consistent, low mid 50s out there. And then Monday's kind of a transition day. We do have a cold front that comes through on Monday, but the cool air will lag behind a little bit. So we'll see the winds kick up out of the northwest, maybe enhancing that fire threat on Monday. And then we'll feel the cooler air more into Monday night and Tuesday. So a nice cooler day. That's close to our average high on October 1st. Back down to the 40s again for Tuesday night and a Wednesday morning, but then we jump right back up into the 80s on Wednesday. Looks like another slight cool down Thursday and Friday, and we jump right back up for the first Saturday of October. That's Harvest of Harmony Saturday in Grand Island. It could be a warmer day out there in Grand Island, which means hopefully the lows won't be too bad. So I think don't have to worry about the really cold air that we sometimes see out there in downtown Grand Island. Probably going to be starting off close to 50, I would assume, on Saturday morning, but quickly rising up after that sun comes up from there on out. Let's look at the North Platte forecast as we check out the next 3 days. Upper 80s and lower 90s, a little breezy today. Not much for clouds out there. Keeping it pretty warm on Sunday, and then starting to come down Monday, but the cooler air kind of lagging behind that front as well, but the winds will kick up. A little chillier though than for Tuesday morning, and Tuesday itself a cooler day, but that's close to average for a high. And then we jump right back up into the upper 80s on Wednesday. And as you look at the extended outlook beyond that, another slight cool down for Thursday and Friday of next week, but we're right back up into the mid 80s on the first Saturday of October. No major changes when it comes to our warm outlook as we look at the second week. So that's October 3rd through the 9th. Going to stay on the warm side and we are likely to be very, very dry as well. Very little, if any, moisture. Lots of warm weather to come over the next 2 weeks. Again, just the slight bumps in the road here and there. You see it here, not much to show you. There's the remnants of Helene off to our east. A couple of clouds for us. We're quiet, and then Monday, right about mid to late morning, early afternoon, here comes the cold front. The winds will kick up. That'll help to enhance that fire threat. The cooler air in the clouds lagging behind a little bit, more towards Tuesday. No moisture, though. We warm up on Wednesday, and then another cool front will cool us back Thursday, Friday. Try to bring a little moisture, but not much. But we'll likely stay pretty warm, and it looks like, let's look back at Saturday real quick here. Breezy south winds will help to warm things up on Saturday. Not a lot of big differences with the GFS model here. There's the remnants of Hurricane Helene to our east. We get a few clouds around, but then otherwise lots of sun Sunday and Monday. There's the cold front Monday, again right around midday. Winds could kick up, and that could enhance that fire threat Monday afternoon. The cooler air lagging behind, a few extra clouds on Tuesday, but no moisture. Warming back up Wednesday and Thursday. Another cool down Friday, or another cool down later in the week. Maybe some moisture, but not much. And then, well, we'll see how Saturday goes here. It's kind of interesting, that right there. I don't agree with that. We'll see. I think the GFS might be out to lunch with snow. I don't think we're going to be that cool on Friday. We'll see. There's a big discrepancy between the GFS and the European model. That would be interesting if we were to see snow Friday morning. I don't think that's going to happen, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's a long ways out yet. But then as we look towards next Saturday, again, we're going to start to warm things back up here. I'm guessing as we look at the temperature profile, we're going to see a pretty big difference late next week when it comes to the European one, the model that I'm showing you here, and the GFS. Here's the European. Again, plenty of heat today. Northwest Nebraska cools down a little bit tomorrow, but we're still warm. We're going to be still very toasty there for Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then here comes that cooler air Tuesday. And warming up a little bit Wednesday, Thursday, cooling down a little bit Thursday, Friday, and then warming right back up on Saturday and Sunday of next week here. Now on to the what's going to be the big discrepancy next week is the GFS. Okay, so there we are. Again, very, very warm today and through the next several days to come. I'm just going to zip this to the end here. We're going to let all this data load in here. GFS model. This graphics for some reason does not like me. So, and then we'll start back over here. All right. Here we go. So there's today, tomorrow. Still very warm through the weekend. Monday, there's the shot of cooler air, but we really don't feel it until Monday night and Tuesday. And we warm up a little bit on Wednesday, and then it cools back down Thursday, Friday. But yeah, this is really surging the cold air south. Look at the difference there. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, we could see snow if that were to happen, but I am not confident in that at all right now here. So a huge discrepancy between the two long-range models when it comes to the end of next week. I'm going to lean towards the European model and not the GFS for now. Of course, that could change. It's a long ways out yet. It's over a week away. Not going to buy into either solution, but actually, I take that back. I'm buying more into the European than I am the GFS model. But if the GFS somehow is onto something, then it could turn a little interesting late next week. But I am not leaning that way right now. I still think we're going to be on the warm side at the end of next week. So with that, I'm going to let you all go for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all again on Friday morning. Talk to you all later. Bye.